Hey, day 119 of Hey, what are you doing today? 119 days. I noticed something this morning that I'd kind of been taking note of anyway. I think my metabolism's changed, and it made me think all that stuff that we hear about, oh, I'm born with a slow metabolism, this and that. I mean, is that really true, or is it just really our diet and what we're doing with our bodies? And that's just an easy excuse that we make. I don't know, but that's the question that popped through my head. The reason why I say that is because at the at the very beginning of this, I was leaving a life of eating pretty much whatever I wanted and had wanted for 39 some years, give or take some small diets off and on here and there, but nothing like a life-changing, I'm changing my habit of eating kind of, changing the nutrition that I'm taking in kind of an action. Diets to me had always been like a temporary fix, a temporary, I only have to do it until I get to the goal, and then I can go back to eating whatever I want. And even though I never verbalized that mentally that was in my head, and I think that's maybe a lot of people kind of share that thought that a diet is just a temporary thing to get us from point A to point B, get us to 20 pounds less or 30 pounds less, whatever the case might be. And anytime I had looked at it like that, I had failed, of course. I'd made some progress here and there, and actually the other thing that I noticed is that I would make progress. I would lose 15 or 20 pounds, feel good about it, and then start letting go of the diet. And then what would happen is I would actually end up weighing more in the end. So the whole point of dieting became kind of a defeating purpose in itself. And in the back of my mind, I knew that yes, I could do it. Yes, I could have success with losing a little bit of weight. But in the end, it would result in a bigger failure because when I rewound back to the bad habits that I had, when I came back to those, for some reason my body let me get bigger the next time around. But this way, actually changing the nutrition that I take in. Basically what I do, I haven't really gone over it too much, is I'm very strict to count all my calories, try to eat very simply, very cleanly, not too much processed foods. Just prior to this, I had never really eaten fruit. Vegetables I was okay with. Usually they were cooked in some way, shape, or form, and not so much raw vegetables, which I take in a lot more of now. But prior to this, almost zero fruit intake whatsoever. And one of my little tests was just to eat 2 fruits a day. And as silly as that sounds, checking that off the list every day, and at first it was a little bit of a challenge actually to make that change of incorporating 2 fruits into my daily diet. I mean, you go 39 years in one form of doing something, and then you change it. It takes a little bit of it's a little bit of a process. And the thing was, had I not ingrained it in me every day, eat 2 fruits, every day eat 2 fruits, over and over and over again, it may not have become habitual like it is now. Now I could pretty much clear that off my task list because it's just part of the way I eat. I actually seek out and enjoy fruit. It changed my mentality. It changed my feeling, what crosses through my mind when I see it. Before it was orange. Why am I going to waste my time with an orange? I've got potato chips and pork rinds, or whatever the case might be. I never really ate pork rinds, but that's just kind of an example. But now, hot day, working hard, and oh yeah, orange will revive me, freshen me up, make me feel good. And that's how my attitude towards fruit has changed. I see it as something that's going to make me feel better, and you almost, at least in my case, I almost do get an instant gratification from it. It's a feeling run down. I eat a small piece of fruit, whatever the case might be, and after a few minutes, I feel revived and refreshed and energized. Also, I'm eating so many different kinds of fruits that I didn't even know existed, and as I come across new fruits and odd little corners of different grocery stores or specialty stores, it's always interesting. It's always like a new adventure to see what it is. And also, I think I mentioned this one other one, I can now distinguish the difference in qualities of fruit. Before, an orange was always an orange, and now I can tell what is a good orange. That was a really good orange. Or, man, these oranges aren't the best I've ever had. Whatever the case might be. but it's change of quality. And what this all comes back to is, the last couple days, maybe even into a week, I've been noticing that when I wake up in the morning, I feel like just going to sleep overnight, that whole period of sleeping and then waking up, I wake up and I feel thinner. I feel like my body has just been burning calories all night long, and I've never felt that before. In all my life, I can only tie it to two things: the fact that I'm running harder, exercising harder, running faster, and burning more calories first thing in the morning, and the fact that my diet has changed. That I think that my metabolism has really changed. I went off track today, and every now and again, I don't think it's such a horrible thing to allow myself to eat some things that normally wouldn't fit into my schedule. But I took a day off from my work, and a little bit of a day off from the program, which I do every now and again. I don't feel that that's such a hindrance. May not be the best thing, but it's hasn't created a problem. So every now and again I can give myself that, and I ate a little bit of stuff. However, I anticipate with full confidence that tomorrow I'm going to wake up and I'm going to have that same feeling, like my body's just been digesting, burning off calories all night long, and here I am, thin and fresh and ready to go. And I'm not by any means thin, a lot thinner than I was, but I'm kind of excited about that I still have a good 20 to 25 pounds that I'd like to burn off. The other thing that I'm noticing too, I carried the majority of my weight, I carried right around my stomach area, almost to the point of looking, what would be the word, deformed, because it was just this big paunch of a stomach that I had all the time, and the paunch in the stomach is still there, but it's so much smaller than it was, and I see it getting smaller every day. Even if the pounds aren't dropping off, my form, my shape is changing, my body is changing, and that's pretty exciting. There's something else I wanted to talk about. I can't quite remember what it was. Oh well, I can't remember what it was, so but I guess I'll just comment on that. My 119 days, so much has changed. My stress levels are way down. I'm not just hating my life every day, waking up and going to my job. I still partake in a job that I don't want to stick with by any means. But it's changed. It's now I see it as something I can use, and time that I can use wisely. And it's set up the way it's set up is pretty beneficial to me. And I'm learning every day. That's kind of what I wanted to talk about, but I can't. It's like the tip of my tongue again. But that's it. I mean, I just feeling better, doing more, feeling confident. Not quite 1/3 the way through. Is that right? Yeah, 1/3. So coming up on 1/3. That's right. Yeah. Sorry, I'm not doing math in my head, but coming up on a third, and if by the next third I've improved this much, I'm gonna be in a whole different ballgame. I'm already in a whole different field than I was when I started. There's no doubt in my mind. But if the next third is in any way, shape, or form an inkling of what I've taken on in this first third of the progress, I'm pretty excited about it. And by the end of the year of this being committed, it should be a pretty monumental task that I've completed. So I'm very excited about that. And I guess that's it. It's day 119. Hey, what are you doing today? Thanks.